Guys, welcome to the channel after 12 or 13 days. I don't remember. I have lost the count. I'm very sorry for the delays. And you're watching Booksfinity. And today we are going to review a book that has helped millions of people understand the dynamics of human relations. And we are going to do this with a simple book, not a simple book, but a complicated book, which I read and completed in the last week. So the book is Games People Play by a psychologist. It's written by a psychologist and it was published in the late 1960s or the early 1960s. And it is written by Eric Berne. And he has explained the dynamics of human relationships very beautiful in this book. But it is a very complicated read. We'll get to it in a short while. But right now, the very first part, which is discussed in this book, is the transactional analysis. It is a theory of interchange, or let's say a process of interchange between parent and child relations and how we, act in different ego stages. So that is what is described in this book, and it is explained beautifully. The first thing which I definitely learned from this book was that we act in three ego states. Now, the three ego states, which are basically parent, adult, and child. So there are a lot of instances which are given in this book, which talk about basically the three instances very deeply and with very complicated, not very complicated, but moderately complicated psychological terms. And it's there in this book. It's a short book, it's a short read, but then there's a lot of information that you can gather from each and every page. And I think even I will have to reread it and reread it and reread it and keep on rereading it till the time I understand the each and every aspect and each and every page this book has to give. And there's a lot of knowledge this book has to provide to you. So there are a lot of psychological games which people play on a daily basis with you to manipulate you, or maybe you might be the person who would be playing psychological games without any offense. You might be, we all do, right? Manipulating others and everything. So this book helps you understand those games and how you can have a healthy relationship with anyone in your surrounding. So this is the book, Games People Play. It's a fabulous book. But then again, it's basically, it has a lot of psychological theorems and a lot of theories which might be boring for a few readers who do not read a lot of nonfiction. I do read nonfiction, but again, this kind of book was heavy for me, complicated for me. But again, I started enjoying it after a few pages. Like, if I tell you about the chapters in this book, there are a lot of games. So basically, in the first 50 pages, the part one of the book, after the preface and introduction, we get to have an analysis of all the games. Like, we talk about structural analysis, we talk about transactional analysis, we talk about the procedures, the rituals, the pastimes, and the games. So that is basically a kind of introduction, the first 50 pages, about all the theories, the antithesis which is provided in the book. After that begins the part two, which is a thesaurus of games, where we talk about life games: alcoholic, debtor, kick me, now I have got you, you son of a censored word. Then this is a family show. See what you made me do. Then there are marital games, and then there are party games, sexual games, underworld games, there are consulting room games, there are good games, which are played by people. If you know about some good psychological games, which you might have tried or you might have used to manipulate people, do let me know in the comment section. Part 3 is Beyond Games, where we talk about the significance of games. We talk about the autonomy. What can we do after games, right? So also there's a very important perspective that in order to you never forgetting this book, and never overlooking any aspect which you might have failed to understand, there's an author index and the index of pastimes and games, where there are notes of every chapter. That's there in half of the non-fiction books. But yes, in this book, that portion is given in a very elaborate manner. So do check this book out if you're interested in knowing. Only if you're interested. I won't force you to read this book because it's very complicated. It is moderately complicated, but yes, the psychology of human relations, and it has sold over 5 million copies. So grab your hands on this book. The links are in the comment section below. I'll meet you very soon with a fiction book, this time a fictitious story which I'm currently reading, and I'll actually reveal the book. It was gifted by one of my best friends, and it's Carrie Soto is back. It's a tennis fiction. We will be reviewing this. As you can see, there's a bookmark. I'm reading it currently, and I hope to complete it in the next 2-3 days, and I'll review this book the next time we meet. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope you liked it. Drop a comment below and let me know. So the link is there in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.